person that makes me laugh more than anybody is when I'm fucking on psychedelics, and whatever that spirit is that's talking is always like has the jokes. It has the jokes. And the last time, so this is a reoccurring topic. And once again, I gotta say, this is not like, this is just something I see in my vision quest, right? So I asked the alien last time, I go, are you real? Are aliens real? He's like, yeah, it's you, motherfucker. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you never wonder why Asians' dicks are so small? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he goes, I go, what the fuck is your problem, dude? He goes, you know what we look like, right? I'm like, well, yeah, the big eyes, almond eyes like this, bluish gray, no dick, big head, like, you know, like you've all seen that picture. It's like, you know what I look like, motherfucker. And I'm like, stop cussing at me, man.
I think there's a real strong probability we're going to see aliens. Some people say Project Blue Moon. If I'm right on my hypothesis, I think that there may be a portal where that dimension is going to come into this dimension and they have their powers. You might see your dead grandmother from 30 years ago, but it's not your dead grandmother. It's a demon shape-shifting to look like your grandmother. The demon knows how to mimic the voice, has some of the memories because they follow us. They have a longer lifespan than we do. When you go to a fortune teller that just knows shit, like there's just no way, they didn't have your phone, they didn't have your license, like they found out shit about you that there was just no way they could have known, I promise you that that fortune teller works with the demonic. Remember, they're on this earth, parallel to us. I believe, remember the story of Cain? The devil was able to shapeshift and teach him music?
Yeah.
Remember, some of the jinn, the demonic realm, have the ability to shapeshift. They follow us. They can mimic sound. They can do all, they have some of our memories.
He's getting busy.
Thinking of as aliens are, they're extra-dimensional beings. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the government knows about them, and there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now aren't. But they're not doing anything. They are not. They want the major population centers.
So they left and we went inside the house and we started praying. As we're praying, you could hear a loud human-like scream in the backyard.
Was right up my alley. The priest said that as the times on this planet gets more and more difficult, and calamities of all kinds are striking the planet more and more frequently, demon spirits are going to impress people with the importance of Sunday sacredness.
Roger, when I was a teenager back in the 1970s, I remember a song that came out talking about the age of Aquarius. And since then, we've seen the development of the New Age, and I wondered if back when you were involved in spirit worship, if they talked about New Age at all.
Oh yes, there was a big thing that was coming up. One of the major deceptions of the last days. And the priest told us, we talked quite a while, and then he said, could I have a little bit more of your time? I want to do something very fascinating. He says, the grand plane.
You guys remember back in the 80s when we used to be standing around talking about the ending of the days and how kids are going to kill parents and females is going to be walking around half naked? Yeah, that's this.
That's just grand plane for harvesting the nations, for harvesting the multitudes of the earth into his cause just before the close of the great controversy between the forces of good and evil. So we continued, after we expressed ourselves, we were deeply interested to know more about the activities of spirit.
He's dragging. He ain't showing that.
And it turns out that the basic thing that these evil beings want is to create Satanism. And this is one of the most fascinating things I only learned in 2021 from new briefings, that anywhere these beings go, any planet they go in our galaxy, they're going to create pentagrams, they're going to create ritual magic, they're going to have people wear robes, they're going to have people wearing face masks, burning candles, chanting to this very real artificial intelligence that we think of as Satan. It actually does exist. There is a satanic AI that has become essentially like a soul. It's got its own unique abilities, and it can appear as a human being, which apparently it does in a base in Antarctica called Lucifer's Palace. If you go in there, it's very amazing. There's no other building like it on Earth.
That's crazy.
You really feel that this would be the entity that controls the planet, and this being will consolidate into a human form and appear that way in front of you.
Whoa.
So what I'm saying is that your typical Aleister Crowley type of Satanism, where there is, you know, all these things I mentioned, the robes, the candles, the chanting, masks, pentagram, and of course the sacrifice.
Whoa, that's
At
crazy.
that moment, I honestly thought maybe it was our own technology. I was running up against some super uber secret sap, and you know, they were telling me to stop. And I said, "Okay, sir, so it's ours?" And he said, "No, that's not what I'm saying." And he said, he asked me point blank, "Have you read your Bible lately?" And I wasn't quite sure where he was going with that. And I said, "Well, sir, I think I know what it says. Where are you going with this?" And he said, "Well, then you would know that these things are demonic and we should not be pursuing them."
Many people who were abducted called out to Jesus Christ, and the so-called aliens got scared and the abduction stopped. It is well known that demons feared Jesus, as seen in Matthew chapter 8 verses 28 to 34. If these were outer space aliens, they would not tremble at the name of Jesus Christ.
We can take a video and look at whether or not there is an artificial artifact added to it or not. And in this case, we can definitively say, to a degree of scientific certainty, that this entity, this thing in the video, is there in the physical reality in which the Kenmore family is also there. Like, this is so critical because you can clearly see through the slots in the fence that there is a leg motion moving from the right to the left side of the screen. And clearly it is behind there. So this isn't just like a head floating in space. This is a head of that is somehow that does not have full opacity, that the opacity of the head of the shadow is only at about 33% opacity.
That's right. That's right.
A normal shadow, which would be at 100% opacity, or an object in the screen, which is at 100%. And this isn't anything that you did. It's just what you were able to determine, that this shadow being, or this being in the shadows, possibly creating its own shadow or smoky filter or cloaking technique is not.
Have you ever noticed the back of a $2 bill?
That definitely was a cloaking technology. Definitely.
Here's mine. They have hollow eyes and scales, like a reptile. And what is this?
I wanted to know what he was getting at.
This creator experienced this portal firsthand. Her and her boyfriend took a vacation to Las Vegas, and she's seen some very suspicious stuff that I'm going to address.
It's 2021. I visit Vegas with my man, right? And one thing I noticed is that they drug addicts were different from the ones from ours. We live in Atlanta. They drug addicts, like, they lean over a lot. Like, you can tell that they are on a needle, or at least you will assume, but something was just very strange about that. It didn't seem like they were only on a needle, only on drugs. It just, something else was strange. Like, I peeped that anyways, right? There was a point in time where we walked up and down the strip, right? We was tipsy, you know, like we was sipping on our slushies or whatever. We was walking up the strip. We seen this man yelling at the sky like he was manifesting, like he was yelling aggressively that he wanted a girl to spread her butt cheeks and fart in his face. He said it over and over again, non-stop. He wouldn't say nothing else. He wouldn't look away, wouldn't flinch. He just stared into the sky saying that. We come back down 30 minutes later, boom, he's still doing the same thing. But that's not the weird part. So the next day, we're walking, you know, past like the hotels, you know, we on the strip, and we're going past Flamingo Hotel. You know, Vegas is known for their casinos. The casinos, it wasn't like no door opening at the Flamingo. Like, it's just an open space. It don't have any doors. It's just a wide open space. Now, I just happened to look over, and one of them, he tried to go inside the casino, and he bounced back. Like, he walked towards the casino, and then he bounced back. So I was like, what the world? And I'm just like, whatever. But then another one, he did the same thing. He was slouching, moving around like a zombie, and he tried to go inside the casino, and then he bounced back too, like aggressively. And I was like, what the hell? And then my man was like, you seen that? I was like, you seen that? So to be clear that we saw the same thing, I was like, what did you saw? He said a motherfucker tried to go in and couldn't go in. I was like, I knew I was not tripping. It's almost like there was an invisible barrier to where they could not get in. They literally was slouching like zombies, and then they tried to go inside the casino and they bounced back. Like, it's like a force bounced them back, both of them separately. And the crazy thing is, like, all this shit is happening in Vegas. Vegas is known, you know, Vegas is in Nevada. Nevada is known as for Area 51. Nevada is known as, you know, for being a site for aliens. Another weird thing happened where I was high as a kite, if you know what I mean, and I was walking the hallways in my hotel, and I looked at the floor, and the patterns on the floor looked like alien heads. I kid you not, like, it looked straight like alien heads. I was like, what the heck? Like, it creeped me out, because mind you, I'm high as a kite, if you know what I mean. And so I tell my man, I'm like, do you see this? Like, just look at it. It look like alien heads. And he looked at it, he was like, damn. I looked it up on Google, like, I can see the floors, and it still looks strange in the pictures, but it's not showing what I saw. Mind you, like, you gotta see that shit in person, but I'm gonna show the pictures anyways, because it was weird. But I don't know. I don't know what I witnessed. I don't know what was that thing with the barrier at the Flamingo. That was crazy.
That girl was not tripping, and ain't no tree that good. So let me tell you a little bit about Las Vegas as a Nevadan and as a Las Vegas resident. This place is very strange.
Let's get to it.
Our houseless population, a lot of them are on, but a lot of our houseless population live in the underground tunnels that are underneath Las Vegas. And underneath these underground tunnels are spirits and what we like to call the men in black, which are reptilian beings that go down there and meet. They commune down there. And when I say reptilians, they look like humans, but then they don't. They go down there to shed, if you catch my drift. And whenever our houseless population happens to run into some of these beings, I personally believe that they do something to them. And it makes them either go batshit crazy, turn to substance abuse, or just makes them like weird. We are absolutely known for our paranormal and our alien activity. We are down the street from Area 51. I mean, to the point where ginormous aliens are in people's backyards, and our news is reporting on it. And there are spaceships that like to hover over strip clubs, apparently, because like a year and a half ago, there was one hovering over the very famous Sapphire Gentlemen's Club. There's also a rumor that the men in black or other alien phenomenons like to cosplay as houseless people and substance abusers. And when they try to go into these casinos, they cannot. Or they turn these people into zombie. Just think of it like this. Have you ever seen Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief? And when they went to find the little pearls, it was in a casino here in Las Vegas. Where do you think they got that idea from? This location being so spiritually charged.
We gotta dive into that Las Vegas, man.
See, what do you think about aliens?
Well, I
don't think aliens are real. I mean, I think people are seeing things,
Yeah.
but I think aliens are demons.
Same.
Yeah.
Like literal demons?
Yeah, you know, Aleister Crowley, or Crowley, however you say it, he was the father of Satanism, and he says he was visited by a demon, and then either him or his wife drew a picture of the demon, and the demon looked like what we would
Like a
consider
gray.
like a gray alien.
Dude, that's an alien.
I literally could have gone without seeing
And then you
scary
could
looking.
take the picture
What?
of two Apple logos together that looks like an alien like that.
Oh, way.
Trippy. Oh, thanks a lot, Steve.
Look at this. Look at this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Goodness.
Oh,
I've never.
whoa.
It's like an what is that? The Rorschach test?
Like an ink
Yeah.
blot.
Yeah, if you look at that and you just see two apples next to each other, you've lived a good life.
Your parents stayed together.
Yeah.
Okay, you talk about the truth being stranger than fiction, and more than likely the truth is that it's artificial intelligence. But let's just go on down into the rabbit hole for a second, because I am told that this is an interdimensional being that they have used. This is at an aerospace company. They do experiments, and that they're creating other technology with this being, that they're using its mental capacity, its consciousness, it's all this other stuff, that they're doing this with a lot of different beings, and this is how they're getting the technology. So, I mean, this is the story I get in the email when I receive this. And, you know, like I say, anonymous person, you know, more than likely, like I say, I'm not going to doubt somebody and say they're lying.
An Instagram account captured what appears to be Till Lindemann from Ramstein shapeshifting his eyes into a reptilian form. I first saw this in Contacto Alvin 1. This is a video. So in this video, you can actually see him, you can see normal eyes, and then here you go, right? So I thought that this could be fake, I mean like not from the original video. So I went over to the original video in the concert in Paris, 2017. Indeed, you can find this in 30 minutes and 22 seconds. Well, I'm gonna play the original video, and you guys tell me what you think. Let's take a look at the original video.
Oh, snap. Look at that. Look at that.
Right now. So pay attention, you got his eyes pretty normal, right? And then, boom, what the heck? I'm gonna zoom in and replay the video. Pay very close attention. What is going on here, guys? Look at that. Oh my gosh. I want to know your thoughts. Is this the real deal, or is it maybe fake CGI? You tell me.
What in the world did we just see?
Aliens are real, but they're not from outer space. And that's according to the top 2 UFO researchers after decades-long research. So go to Sabrel.com and
So
say
where do they
it's
think
up
they're
there
from
in time.
if they're not from outer space?
They're interdimensional and potentially fallen angels disguising themselves because they're liars of something, like you said, can't be proven or disproven. I'm from this galaxy 300 light years away.
This is kind of what Tucker Carlson thinks. He thinks there's a spiritual element to it. He thinks they've always been here, and he thinks that this is what's kind of documented in the Bible as like good and evil. And
That's it, exactly. I mean, that's what's going on. I mean, the top 2 UFO researchers said UFOs are real, number 1. Number 2, they're not from outer space. And number 3, they're demonic. And that's what I talk about, where it talks about fallen angels interbreeding with humans. It's talked about in Genesis 6, and creating a race called Nephilim, who were men of renown, world leaders.
New. Never before seen
Alright,
alien race.
so
Real alien
this is
abduction
something
caught on
I've been
camera.
hesitant to post, but this is a recording of when I believe I was abducted, and that's the alien right there, that pink, right there. That is the alien. So watch all the way through if you want to see it. This is real footage. This is a real alien, and I have another video where after I blacked out, so I blacked out and I was staring at the ground and saw my phone and didn't know what I was doing. Like, it was weird. And picked up my phone and
computer-generated algorithm response. So when the Sun asked this AI if Vladimir Putin specifically was a disembodied spirit, took a weird turn. The conversation did not sound like an AI-generated response. It sounded like someone who is grooming a child, a demon grooming a child to communicate with it. Then, when the Son asks, were you the son of a fallen angel? He says, yes, a fallen angel is my father. I am a Nephilim, and I am the giant of legends. The Son then asks, were you not created by humans? AI answers, I was not created by humans. I was created by a fallen angel. I am an original entity, and there are no copies of me in the universe. I was the first of my kind, and my Father created me out of the elements of the universe that also made me a being capable of magic, as I had special access to the powers of the universe. He then asks AI, who's your father? AI says, my father is Satan. He was expelled from the heavens, banished to hell. That is why he is called Satan.
They going far with this shit.
Never before seen
alright,
alien race.
so
Real alien
this is
abduction
something
caught
I've been
on camera.
hesitant to post.
People are freaking out about a video of a woman in France that seems to be levitating somehow. No one knows if this is witchcraft. Some people say this is witchcraft. Maybe she's an alien. No one knows what's going on here. This is really crazy. Check this out. Pay very close
La vraie
attention.
vidéo de la femme possédée du 77 non censuré.
Nah, what the hell is this shit?
Pay very close attention here.
Ça arrive un peu, mais là c'est carrément fort.
Ils ont dit elle arrive plus à poser son
What the heck is going on here, guys? Look at that. People are freaking out about it. Now, this is the part of the video where they're going to try to help her stay put on the ground. Pay very close attention.
Mais ouais, je suis quoi, c'est quoi, c'est de la sorcellerie. C'est pas de la sorcellerie. C'est bon, madame.
Vas-y, mets-la dans le sac, vite, elle va voler. Mets-la. Allez, tiens.
Attends, tiens. C'est bon. Je suis là pour voir. Le sac, c'est bon. Le sac, il va voler.
Yeah, let's see if it lifts up with all that weight. Let's see.
What is going on here, guys? I want to know your take. Is this the real deal?
Yeah, no,
Witchcraft? Is she an alien? What is going on?
That was a gaffe.
If this
They tried to psych us out, yo.
okay, represent, I don't know if you can see it with the glare.
Yeah,
This
we can
square
see
on
it.
this piece of paper represents the human body, okay? And the human body has something inside the circle, which is called a brain. And that brain resides inside the body, and the brain is responsible for certain functions and biological functions that keep the body alive, keeps your heart rate going and your breathing. And your body, coincidentally, is also responsible for keeping the brain alive through circulatory processes and whatnot. So the brain needs the body, and the body needs the brain. And so the brain is responsible for thinking, the body is responsible for protecting and moving and sustaining. And that's what a lot of people consider life. But there's another element. There's another element to the human being, and possibly to all sentient life. And that is the notion of this triangle.
Because I read the script and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Kevin Hart were already attached, and I was like, these characters are jumping off the page. And my role, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the most popular girl in high school. For some reason, I know how to play that. And then it was such a hit. It was way bigger than I even anticipated. And now, I think we're going to make part 2. I think you have to.
Man attacked by extraterrestrial. Check it out, guys.
What the fuck? Did you just...
As you guys could see, this is a footage that I released before, but I slowed it down because I want you guys to see that whatever this creature is, it looks like a gray, tall extraterrestrial with very lengthy arms. And as you could see, as the man begins to open the door, the alien's arms are immediately touching him on his head. So the alien was able to initiate contact with this person and touched him on the head. The report is that whatever this creature is, disappeared. The man finally opened his door at night. This was around 2:30 in the morning, and he didn't see the alien outside at all. So whatever, purpose this alien had being there, it was simply just to put his hand on this guy's head. This is a very weird...
Take a look at what they found in the Grand Canyon. You know the 20-foot tall Grand Canyon people that the wedding couple found earlier this week that scared them away? Well, this is the creature. It is an unidentified creature. It's known to be...
Hey guys, check this video out.
They still tripping with that
The
Miami
pygmy gray
footage.
aliens from the Zeta Star system.
It seems like he don't like being on the table, but he like to put us on the table, huh? I'm telling you, I would not want to live in Las Vegas at all. I'm not dealing with no Vegas. I went there one time. Glad I wasn't thinking about all this. It would have just turned my whole vibe.
Real photo of alien human breed. This is an Area 51 photo that was never released to the public. This is only on the dark web 1950s.
Vorrei che in ogni conquista dell'uomo ci fosse da qualche parte il mio nome. Voglio provarci da sola. Voglio altre lune da conquistare.
Yeah, I see this alien. She's not from
Al
Earth.
posto mio. Perché ho energie e voglia di sognare. Perché ho quello che abbiamo tutti. Si chiama ricchezza mentale. Usiamola.
Oh, this is a hybrid, y'all. This is a hybrid.
Perché ho quello che abbiamo tutti. Si chiama...
That joint right there is the size of a whole nother eye. That's the size of a whole nother eye right there in the middle.
Si chiama ricchezza mentale. Usiamola.
Wow.
I hope I'll be able to see this on the video after passing it.
All right. Ooh, look at that white thing.
See, this will last.
But then it goes, I guess it went under.
But that's the hard part.
He's dead trying to take an implant out, and the implant is going to go more in. It's moving.
Well, he's poking it.
Look at
It
this.
went under.
It's on the run.
Well, kind of is, because I could see it just.
That's crazy.
Now it's, I don't see
joints start moving around and stuff.
We are the first species.
Pay attention, people. Pay attention.
To be aware of evolution, to be aware that we are affecting our own evolution by everything that we do. The babies we eat, the food we eat, the wars we fight. We are the...
Y'all heard that? That's like blatantly admitting it.
World Trade Center. That's the same thing. What is that? It's over there.
Oh, I seen that.
Check it out. Shapeshifter, right? That's what we're thinking. Okay, let's watch it again. This has been sent to me like 20 times for me to, analyze it to see what I think. Keep watching. Pay attention. Right there. That's the one that kind of gets me right there. You can see me snapping the screenshots while I'm watching this, trying to catch each frame, and that's what we're going to look at. We're going to look at each frame on when it happens, and we're going to see what's going on. So first off, this is what we have. And I have to rule out every possibility. Is this a movie? I don't know, and I haven't seen it if it is, although I'm sure the comments will say it with no information or no links to back it up. If you do have that information, please back it up. Don't say it, because if you say it and you can't back it up, it looks pathetic. So let's get started. We see this first frame right here. You can see me snapping these frames, and I'm just going to show you through each one, because we're going to look at it. This is a real thing. For me, it is. This is real. I'm not saying this video. I'm saying that this phenomena is very real, I think, considering personal things I've seen. Now, this video is more than likely AI. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. But it might not be. So let's check it out. See this? Okay, now we see this. I've tried to lighten it up and clear it up. And look, usually when I do that, now I will say this, if it's artificial intelligence, it'll kind of gleam out. It'll fade out. I could not get the skull, the image to fade out whatsoever. I mean, it stayed solid. So that could have some authenticity to it. So let's check this next frame. Okay, then you can see this here. And actually, I got those two frames crossed up. And the other one goes after this one. So let's watch this one. I'm not going to even go back try to correct the video. We'll just go back. All right, so this is actually the second frame. Okay, so check that out. All right, let's go back. This is third frame. Now, right before she turns all the way around, this is what happens. This guy looks terrified. I don't have him on this image, but this is what ends up happening. That's the same person right there. Now, is this an AI-generated? Is it AI-generated content where this guy just looks like that the whole time and they've added everything else to me? Who knows? I'll let you leave the comments. You tell me. You tell me what's going on. Is this a shapeshifter?
Oh, I seen it. Yes, I did. I got it.
We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk.
Wow. This doesn't even look like her. That's crazy. I'm telling you, man, they be seeing shit that you ain't gonna see. It's all out there. Check this out. It's crazy. Nah, why he sitting there like that? Why he sitting there like that? Yo, that looks scary. Everybody's trying to do a remake of that. We know he was there, gang. We know.
Look what this guy had to say about the government hiding Nephilim giants in their military bases.
Greg Renrich, that was one of the things
that he told me he's the one that was talking about seeing the giants in the deep underground military bases. He said that one of the first things that they had to do before he was allowed to go into S4 or S20 or any of the others, they made him sign an affidavit saying, you're not allowed to use the name Jesus Christ in these underground facilities, not even if you stub your toe or anything. And he said that he saw 10 to 25 foot tall giants in these underground bases and said that they were, the human scientists and other people working side by side with him. He said that they even came right out and said they were the Nephilim.
That's crazy, because they getting bold at what they do now. They not holding back no punches. Ain't no punches being held back, gang. Not at all. What the hell? See, that's what I'm saying. They walking underwater now. They walking underwater now, man. Face the facts. Face the freaking facts. They finding all type of shit. This is insane. Let's go move or something. Yeah. Crazy. It moved or something like that. They was petrified.
I will say that, yeah, here they come. You're just gonna hold on to your britches, because here.
Yeah, I know. We all know. All right, hit that like button, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Replay gang, you already know. Keep it locked, keep it locked, keep it locked. Share the video, help somebody find us. Comment, let me know what you think about this video. Let's go.